All right, here we go. Dave Blunts, welcome back to Vlad TV.
How's it going, man? I'm happy to be here.
First of all, man, congrats on everything you've done since our last interview.
Yeah, man, I've
A
just been,
lot.
yeah,
You've done a lot.
yeah, I've been working. I've been trying. I've just been trying my best. So,
Look, man, since our last interview, you've done more than some artists have done their entire career. If you really think about it.
yeah,
If you really
yeah,
think about it, you've done a lot.
yeah. Well, and, the career span of an artist nowadays is pretty short. So,
Yeah, you
yeah,
got to get it in while you can.
yeah,
Well, there's a few things I want to talk about, but first of all, the Kanye thing, aka Ye, which he prefers to be called. That was by far the biggest thing. And I mean, the whole world was shocked, including you, that this actually happened, I'm sure.
yeah, yep,
Let's just keep it 100.
yeah.
It's not like, yeah, I was expecting him to call me.
Nah, I wasn't. I was sitting my boxers playing Fortnite one day,
Right.
and I got the call.
Okay, so you're playing Fortnite in your boxers, and then you get a call, and what does that call consist of?
Shit, it was my touring agent who called me and said, "Yo, I gotta, Ye wants to meet you. So stay by your phone, and I'm gonna call you the next couple of days." And I've gotten these phone calls before saying, "Oh, this famous person wants to meet you. Stay by your phone." End up staying by. Nothing ever comes from it. So I'm like, man, this is probably some bullshit, but all right. And then shit, man. Like 2-3 days later, nigga called me.
Okay, what was that first conversation like?
Well, it wasn't Ye. It was somebody who was working with him. Told me, "Yo, pull up to this address. It's like this warehouse." And shit, bro, met the nigga. It was crazy, man.
Okay, so you meet up with him, and what happens next?
Ah, man. Well, when I first met him, I'll go into the warehouse and he has a pretty interesting T-shirt on, and yeah, and then I played him.
The swastika t-shirt?
It was just an interesting T-shirt.
What was on the t-shirt?
I can't really remember, but I do know it piqued my interest. I was like, wow, that's
But you're not
going
gonna
to
say what it is.
T-shirt. I don't remember. If I remembered, I'd tell you.
Okay, I
but
got
it's
it.
a pretty interesting T-shirt.
All right, so go on.
Yeah, so I played him my album and he loved it, and he just said he wanted me to write his whole album for him, and I was like, yeah, okay, I can do that. I had a panic. I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I had like a panic attack, and
You had a panic attack.
yeah, like an actual panic attack. Yeah, like my
Well, yeah, I mean, the biggest artist in the world, essentially, or one of them, just asked you to write his own album,
yeah,
his whole album, and you're essentially still an underground artist at this point. So, yeah, I can see a panic attack being kind of normal at that point.
yeah, and it was just a lot of shit going on at that time. Like I was getting ready for tour and getting ready to drop my own album, so it was just I'm like, damn, this is just another. This is crazy. But my team calmed me down and just reminded me that shit, I'm here for a reason, so let's do this shit.
Okay, so that day, did you guys record anything?
I recorded something, yeah.
Okay.
I recorded something that day.
Okay, so then after that, you guys would just start talking on the phone for hours?
Yeah, that's how it go. We link up. I'd show him some of the songs I made. I'd make some shit at his warehouse there, and it was just like his warehouse is like a workstation. There's like 1,000 things going on. There's people working on music, people working on like I don't know, like documentary footage, and then like there's clothes going on, and it's just a bunch of shit going on. So yeah, I would go over there and just be in my own area with my producers, and we make music, show it to them, and shit, man. Each time that I'd make a song, I'm like, he's not gonna like this shit. But I showed it to him and he loved it. Like every song that I made, that I recorded for him, he used. So,
Huh. Okay. What was the first song that he recorded that you wrote?
what was that first one? Oh, that would be the World War III.
Okay. So, World War III, the She Wanna Hop in a Rari
Yeah.
song. Okay, so you wrote the whole thing from beginning to end?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the lyrics.
Okay, go ahead.
So near the beginning says, they say I'm acting like Hitler, but how am I acting like Hitler when I'm a fucking N-word? with the hard R.
Mm-hmm.
So explain to me why you wrote that.
Shit, bro. I mean, when I took the approach to this album, I really, I'm like, well, if this album sucks, people are gonna blame me for it, and I really just need to become this nigga in order to make the album. So I went in like method actor mode, like on some Daniel Day-Lewis type shit. And yeah, I became that nigga. Like I was talking like him, acting like him, shit, even texting like him in the paragraph form he be doing. And really kind of just lost myself in that role. But, it was what was going on at the time. That's what he was tweeting, all that stuff. So I just took that, made music about it. It was really just documenting what was going on at the time.
Okay, well, later on in that song, he said, one of the dentists got me some nitrous.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the dentist, put on some diamonds. Okay, the nitrous thing, he's suing the dentist over getting addicted to nitrous, right? Mm-hmm. That's public information.
Mm-hmm.
What is the dentist with the diamonds? Like, what is that referring to?
I like a grill. I don't know. It's just some rap shit, what I'm saying?
Did he talk to you? Because it seems like when it comes to Kanye, he tries to put as much of his real personal life into his music as possible, whether someone else is writing it or not. That's what his goal seems to be. So what did he say about the whole nitrous situation?
Not very too much. Not too much. I've never seen him do nitrous. He never really said too much about it, but that's what he was tweeting. And then he told me a few things about nitrous is really bad for you. Just shit like that. He would always say negative things about it. So I was like, all right, well, shit. Yeah, I'm going to add that in the music.
Right. And then near the end, says rockin' swastikas because all my N-words Nazis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is your take about the whole black man calling himself a Nazi situation?
Well, I don't know. I mean, shit, nigga, like, I just wrote the album. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have like a personal stance against Jewish people or anything like that. It was like, the way that I see it is like, the people that made the Jeffrey Dahmer documentary, they don't agree with cannibalism and shit, but it happened, they documented it. So, yeah, like, shit. He was tweeting the shit. I made songs based on what he was tweeting about.
So you're documenting his life by writing his music, essentially.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Okay. I can respect that. Yeah, I don't get the whole anti-Semitic I hate Jews vibe from you. You know what I mean?
No.
I just don't get that from you.
Nah.
I'm Jewish myself, by the way.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about sort of his whole thing about Jews and Nazis and Hitler and so forth? Like, what did he tell you? Because it seems like he really does feel that way, at least at that time he did.
Well, I mean, shit, like I said, bro, that shit was like a blur and I was getting like lost in the character. For me, it was a character because I was like being him. Obviously, he's not a character, but shit, man. I mean, the nigga, he shared his gripes on Twitter. So all the gripes that he had is out there. All those tweets is he would tell me these things before he would tweet them. And so yeah, I mean, shit, that's what his gripes was whatever was on his Twitter. Yeah, I do know now that he's not on that anymore, and he's doing better now.
Yeah, I mean, was he wearing like the swastika chain or the swastika T-shirt or any of that when you guys were hanging out?
I can't really remember. Like I said, I was just focused on the music and the stories that he was telling me. So.
I mean, but can you sort of understand? I mean, I understand that, look, you got this big opportunity. You're working with Kanye. He's one of the biggest artists ever, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, no one's going to take away his body of work or his overall talent. But you're talking about Heil Hitler, I'm a Nazi. It's the equivalent of a white guy saying, Hail slave masters.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm a slave master. Hail all the other slave masters. Bring back slavery. That type of stuff. And people would go nuts. But then, I mean, like, it's interesting, like what Kanye did, because you look at it and you're sort of confused because is this really how he truly feels, or is this performance art to a certain degree? Is he sort of like publicly crucifying himself as art to sort of prove a point in a way?
Well, then right there, what you just said, is that really how he feels, or is it just art to crucify himself? That is what good art does. It leaves you to make questions. It leaves questions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a good Christopher Nolan film, there's a fucking ending that leaves you, oh, is that real? There's a spinning top. Is this all a dream? You know what I'm saying? That's what good art does.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that the backlash to what he did was real. I mean, if you think about it, Yeezys were like the hottest shoes. Like you're wearing Jordans right now, right? Yeezys were up there with Jordans at one point. And I mean, I had a whole bunch of pair of Yeezys and so forth. And, you know, I supported the brand. I supported him as an artist. Now Adidas dropped him and Yeezy is sort of just not really an important brand anymore in terms of the shoes. I mean, he does come up with certain things himself, but like, for example, like just an example, I sometimes go to the Real to just sell off my old designer stuff that I'm no longer wearing. And I brought some old Yeezys and they're like, we don't take these anymore. You know, it was like, okay, like people aren't checking for Yeezys the way they used to. And I know for a fact that, yeah, he could still tour at certain places. Like he just did a show in, I think, China, and he could do like South Korea, and I heard maybe he could do Brazil, but like all of Europe is now, they're not booking him. America, they're not really booking him. He tried to go to Australia, and because the song that you wrote, they literally banned him over the song that you wrote. They're like, yeah, the Heil Hitler song. I think that like Australia's official stance was, we already have enough problems with racism here. We're not going to let other people, you know, we're not going to import people to bring more of it.
Problems with fucking wildlife and giant man-eating spiders and shit.
But the thing is, I don't even think he was going there to perform. His wife is Australian. So I think he was just going to go over there to just go visit where she's from, and they literally blocked his visa. So you could say it's performance art, but the repercussions are real. Like, yeah, he's still rich. He's still richer than me and you, but he's not as rich as...
Well, I'm not saying that it's performance art. I was just saying, you know, you said, is it performance art? Is it real?
Yeah.
I'm saying that is what good art does, is leave you questioning, what is this? What is this? What am I seeing? You know?
Okay. So WW3 comes out, and I mean, people are listening to it. It's not like nobody listened to it. It's on the streaming service. Mm-hmm. People want to hear what he has to say, but it's not like it's going to be played on the radio or anything else like that. And you guys are talking about having you do the entire album, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, is the album called Cuck?
Man, it's been changed so many times. At one point, it was World War III. Another point, it was Cuck. And then In a Perfect World. And then, shit, he was telling me he might change it again. I don't know. Not too sure.
Okay, and with the Cuck stuff, did you write any lyrics around that part of his life?
Yeah, I wrote some Cuck lyrics.
Okay, can you tell me kind of how they go?
Like,
I don't need the exact lyrics, but what are you basically talking about in the song?
Shit, you know, being a cook, enjoying being a cook, cook-like activities. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Look, I have spoken, you know, I've interviewed a bunch of the male escorts that were involved in the Diddy Cassie and Jane Doe freak-offs.
Right, yeah.
And multiple ones have told me that, yeah, Kanye and his wife, you know, have contacted him, you know, various people about doing this type of stuff. Cuck activity. Look, like I remember one of the escorts told me, I'll tell you who this is off camera, an A-list female celebrity that we all know. He was hired to bang her in front of her soon-to-be husband. Like, this is a thing in certain circles. It's not my thing. I mean, do you understand it?
But it's like that's a kink. That's like a kink. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely a kink.
I don't need to understand why somebody wouldn't be into getting pegged. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, that's what you like, nigga. That's what you like. You know what I'm saying?
So if your girl said, hey, listen, I want a cuck situation, or I want you to watch me while I get, plowed by another guy, what would you say?
I mean, shit, I'd turn into Chris Brown, bro. Now I'm fucking around.
Which is what?
But,
oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind. Oh, okay.
I'm fucking around.
You beat her up. Okay.
Nah, I'm playing. Damn, they gonna get on my ass on Twitter for that one. Nah, I wouldn't be into that. Hell no.
Yeah, I'm not into it either. I don't quite get it.
Yeah.
I can tell you, all the women I've been with, at no point did I say, you know what would make this better, baby? If some guy walked in right now and fucked you in front of me. Like, I've never just even thought something like that. But
shit, I mean, I don't want to say never. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you be into.
I would say never.
I don't know, man. I mean, shit, bro. It gets to it. Maybe sometimes it's like, it gets to a point to where, I've tried everything sexually. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see, you know what I'm saying? Some live porn. That's pretty much what it's live porn.
Look, I've heard people say, yeah, man, a lot of these Hollywood dudes turn gay because they have so many women. They just get tired of women. Like, I never get tired of women. I might get tired of that woman. Yeah. But there's thousands of more women out there.
Yeah.
Unless you run out of women, that's not a real conversation to me.
Yeah.
I might get tired of the particular woman I'm with that day, but there's, 20 others in the wings. I never said, man, I've got so much pussy. I think I need a guy now. Like, I just never like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just something that's never really crossed my mind.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
shit,
because look, if you gay, you gay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But you don't need an excuse to be gay. You can just be gay.
Yeah, there's no, yeah.
Just be gay. Which comes to the next song that you wrote.
Good transition, yeah.
Good transition. Thank you. Thank you. I try. Yeah. I do this. Cousins.
Yes, sir. It's a fire-ass song, man.
My gosh.
It's a good-ass song.
Okay. So, and here's the thing, right? I talked to some people around Kanye that have known him for a long time, and I said, yo, is this real or is he just trolling the world? And they all said, nah, this is real. This really happened. This is not just him trying to be provocative. That this is based on a real story. So how did he explain the story to you before you wrote it?
Well, I was just another day working with him. I went to the warehouse this time. It was like everybody was out of the warehouse except me, him, and my team. There's usually a bunch, like I said, there's a bunch of people, but it's empty. And yeah, bro, he's like, I want you to because when I first started writing the album, I'm writing lyrics about him, being a billionaire and flexing money and shit. And he was like, I want you, if you're going to write this album, you need to be able to know me better, be more in depth than just the surface level. So I'm like, all right. So he just starts telling me a bunch of the stories about his life. And then he says, yeah, man, it's like, the whole porn thing. It's like I started reading, dirty magazines with my cousin. They were my dad's magazines. And then,
Wait. His dad had gay magazines?
No. This is just two straight magazines. I'm getting to it.
Okay, my bad. Sorry to interrupt you. Because I was like, because you can see why I said that.
Yeah.
Right, okay, go on. My bad.
Yeah, so it starts reading straight magazines with his cousin.
Got it.
From his dad. His dad's magazines, they snuck and found him. And then he starts reading his mom's magazine. His mom has two dudes. Two, gay magazines. And him and his cousin start practicing what they were seeing. And, he just told me, he was telling me, when you're a kid, you do things and then you find out later that it's wrong when you get in trouble for it. Like, oh, don't do that. You're not supposed to do that. I'm like, shit, you're right. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, Dave, I'm going to tell you something.
Go ahead, yeah.
I started watching porn right around the same time that Kanye was exposed to porn, and I can tell you from the bottom of my heart, it never made me want to suck a dick.
Okay.
I could honestly say that.
I mean, shit, bro, that's you. It's like the curiosity.
It made me want to have a girl suck my dick. Yeah. That's definitely something. I'm like, okay, I want that. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to suck a dude's dick because I'm watching porn. Now, granted, I'm not watching gay porn, but even if gay porn came on, I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
But he actually started giving his own cousin head. So not only is this gay, but it's also incest. And there's some underage shit going on because his cousin is younger than him. So it's
I'm not too sure about the age of the cousin and all that shit. I'm pretty sure they were around the same age, but shit, what do I know? But,
okay. Well, how did you react when he just told you, hey, I gave my cousin head when I was younger?
Man, I mean, shit, bro. It was,
You can't tell me it's like, okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll write it.
no, that's exactly what I was like, shit, yeah.
So you could say shit, yeah, but in your mind, you can't just be like, yeah, that's normal. What? I'm not surprised. Like, come on. Like, all of us were shocked.
Yeah, it's a shocking thing, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't like, ugh, look at you gay. Like, I wasn't like that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, shit, bro, fuck it. You know, but me, I'm more understanding because I done seen, done, and like heard some crazy shit. Crazier than that. So it's like, there's
What's
not really a
crazier
lot of
than that?
shit. Bro,
What's crazier
I
than
didn't
that,
seen some
Dave?
shit, bro. I didn't seen some shit.
What
like,
have you seen that's crazier than that?
crazier
Than that?
than him sucking his cousin's dick?
Yes, what's crazier than that, Dave?
Man,
I'm
fuck,
waiting.
bro. What's
I'm
crazier
waiting.
than that? It's a lot of shit crazier than that. Hey,
Such as?
a nigga like me from Iowa done blew up and,
No, that's
and made
not
a bunch
crazy.
of money and made some. That's crazy.
No.
That's crazy.
No.
Nigga made it out of poverty. That's crazy.
Big Pun did it before you, okay?
I'm saying I don't know Big Pun. I didn't see his.
I know
I'm
you don't
saying
know,
me.
but he was a big, heavy dude
Yeah.
who went multi-platinum and blew up off being a heavy rapper.
When you're from where I'm from, nobody ever made it out of there, so that's crazy to me. Seeing
It's not
that.
crazy to sucking your cousin's dick, okay?
It definitely
no,
is.
it's
for
not
sure.
crazy. No.
I've done both, and I can tell you. No,
Well, you done both. Wait a minute.
I'm
Hold
fucking
on.
around. No, I'm trolling. Yeah. Nah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
I was just like, that's crazy. Yeah.
Well, so the lyrics are coming together. Hang with my cousin, reading dirty magazines. We've seen two N-words kissing.
Yeah,
We know
well,
what
when
that
he
shit
first
mean.
told me the story, he just told me the story. And I said, well, do you want me to make a song about it? He's like, no. I'm like, okay. And then, he called me maybe like a week later. He was like, man, I really want to make a song about that cousin thing. And I'm like, damn. Because like the way it works, I'm making reference tracks. Like I'm recording the songs and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, I gotta say that shit. Like I can't go in the studio and say that around anybody, you know what I'm saying? This is a song I'm gonna have to record at home because I have like a home setup and shit. And I just kept procrastinating and finally, he had hit me after weeks of me putting it off. He's like, I really need that cousin song. And I'm like, fuck it. So one night at like 11 p.m., I was in my living room and I made that shit. And when I was done with the song, my manager who I live with, Jesse, he kept coming out of his room. What are you saying in here, man? What's going on? Why are you saying these things? I'm like, hey, bro, I'm just making some music, man. And yeah, bro, after I got done with the song, I stood up and I was like pacing around the room and just looking at my computer like, man, this is going to be some shit. But it's fire.
Okay, so the lyrics, let me go, keep going forward. We seen two N-words kissing, we know what that shit mean. Then we started reenacting everything that we had seen. That's when I gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, gave my cousin head, I gave my cousin head.
Yeah.
Then it keeps going. I know these N-words about to judge me now. Started off when we was hanging out. Told my cousin not to tell nobody. People tell me take it to my grave. Truth will set you free someday. I don't think they understand that I'm not attracted to a man. They thought I was gay.
Yep. Fire.
So, did he tell you in the conversation, like, listen, man, I suck my cousin's dick, but I'm not gay, though?
Yeah. No, yeah. It's what he said. I don't think he's gay.
Well, I remember, like, if you look back, this was like maybe like, I don't know, 15 years ago or something, maybe even longer. Beanie Siegel had said some things about Kanye. He was like, yeah, man, he'd be dressing like he's looking gay or something. And Kanye, I think, did a smack DVD and he's like, yo, man, like, Beanie talking about I'm gay. I ain't gay. Like, I ain't gay. You know what I'm talking about?
No, but he did tell me that, like, when he came in the game, that's what he kind of felt like, him dressing in the polo and stuff like that. Like, the other gangster rappers would look at him, like, oh, this nigga's gay or shit like that. Um, so yeah, I don't remember that, but yeah.
Okay, and then the last part of the song is actually an interpolation of your song 10 Perks.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Was that your idea or his idea?
That was his idea. He ran it by me. I'm like, hell yeah, that shit will be fire.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Give me some of that publishing. I'm cool. Right. And in this part, it's a little bit, you kind of go to a different direction. You kind of change some of the lyrics. Nitrous don't help me. It just put me in a trance. I'm talking about euphoria. I'm not talking about a man. Told her don't leave me because I need you by my side. So he's making, so this is like about Bianca basically, right?
Shit. He didn't say that it was about her. He just said, yo, this will be, I like that song. Like, to use it would be fire. I'm like, okay. So, I don't know. When I wrote the song, I made it about a bitch I was fucking with at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Right, but he kind of used it for his own. Like some of the words are changed, but it's essentially the same verse.
Yeah.
Okay, so you give him the reference track. How long after the reference track does he actually record it?
Man, maybe like a couple weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks. And man, when I heard that shit, I'm just like, damn. And you know what's funny? My version was actually way more graphic than his.
What do you say?
His
in your
is
version?
the toned down version.
What do you say in your version?
Whew, man.
Give me a couple lines.
Man, they can find it out there. It's out there somewhere.
Oh, you put it out? You put
No,
out the
I
reference?
didn't put it out. They leaked it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Okay, more graphic than giving your cousin head. I can't really.
Yeah.
I can't really put my head around that.
Yeah. No pun intended. Yeah.
Fisting or something. I don't know. Like,
nah, come on, man.
I'm trying to see where else we can go with this. Like,
just like more graphic on the subject. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. I played with his balls. I mean, what? I'm trying to figure out where we're going here, Dave.
This is wrong.
Okay, well, you do the reference, you give it to him, he records it, he sends it to you. So now essentially, did he change anything about it, or is it exactly word for word?
Like I said, he just took out some of the lyrics that it was a longer verse, a longer song. He just, took some pieces out, you know what I'm saying, that were, I guess too crazy. I don't know. But
okay. And how soon after that does he actually put it out?
It was a very quick process, you know what I'm saying? Just maybe like a week or two later after he sent me it. And I'm like, damn, this shit's hard.
Okay, so now he puts out the cousin song that you wrote.
Yes, sir.
About giving his cousin head. And the world was not ready for this. The world has seen a lot of crazy Kanye shit. They've seen, George Bush don't like black people. They've seen him rush the stage and take Taylor Swift's trophy.
Yeah.
They've seen the whole Nazi weird stuff. They've seen him quit his worldwide tour over a temper tantrum on stage. Right? But this right here, this was a different type of a thing here.
It's more common than you think.
Giving your cousin head?
Yeah. I mean, shit, bro. Like, that's the thing. It's like, man, it's like a lot of people experiment with their cousins when they're younger. Nigga like me, I didn't do it, but that shit happens, though.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, but that shit really happens, though. Like, it really happens. That's why there was a lot of people who were in support of him, like, for real.
For that?
For the song, yeah. Like, people were saying he was brave for sharing his truth, for sharing his pain. That's what I was seeing. Now, obviously, there was some backlash, but I've seen a lot of people in support of him because, shit, niggas really be experimenting and shit at a young age with their cousins, whether or not be gay shit or not. People experiment with their cousins. Like, that shit goes on. It happens.
Well, isn't his cousin in jail for life for murder? Isn't
some
that what he
shit
said?
like that. Something like that, yeah.
See, and this is what I was thinking when I heard that song and I heard the background about the cousin. I was thinking, yeah, his cousin, was in prison. Probably tell everyone, yeah, man, Kanye, my cousin, I grew up with him. We used to always kick it. He wakes up in the morning, comes out of cell, goes to the chow line. I wonder why everyone's looking at me today. That's weird. Okay, yeah, let me get some eggs, some bacon. Damn, everyone looking at me today. Then he gets that tap on the shoulder. Hey, man, What's up with your cousin Kanye? What do you mean? Yeah, it's my cousin. What do you mean? What's up with your cousin, man?
I mean, shit, if niggas in prison have Twitter, I don't know.
Well, you don't have to have Twitter. You don't have to have Twitter. This became international news. This went way beyond. Oh, yeah. Everyone was covering this.
Shit, that's crazy. I didn't even see all that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, shit, bro. A nigga in prison is the last nigga to be judging anybody of anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't fuck what a nigga in prison thinks about another nigga in prison.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess, you know, I'm sure he was popular with the gay table that day. So, you know. All right. So I remember, like, you were going on tour during this time.
Sure.
And you actually performed the song at a show.
Yeah, man. And listen, I did it once. I just feel like, I just be doing shit for, like, the trolls and the funniness of it. I'm like, bro, I wonder if these niggas is going to sing these lyrics. That shit would be funny as hell.
And they sang them.
They fucking did. And at a certain point throughout my tour, that started to be my walkout song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You came out to I Gave My Cousin Head.
Yeah, bro, they was singing that shit
word for word.
Shit. Word for word.
Shit, if I was at that show, I would not be singing that shit. Let me tell you. I'd just be silent like, yeah, y'all are tripping right now.
That shit is a good ass song.
Okay. So check this out. Out of curiosity, I Googled myself. Not just my name, but my email too. What popped up? Pages of data broker sites with my info. Old addresses, phone numbers, even people I know. Just crazy. You can blur it out. But the fact that it's even there, that's a problem. So if you ever wonder how scammers get your phone number or how randoms end up texting your relatives, it's because your personal data is being bought and sold legally. There are companies called data brokers. They collect your info without permission and sell it to the highest bidder. Marketers, scammers, even stalkers. And they're making billions doing it. That's why I partnered with today's sponsor, Aura. I use it personally, and I recommend it to my team, my family, everybody. Aura goes in and automatically removes your info from these shady sites and keeps it off. You don't have to do anything. It handles all the dirty work for you. But it's more than just deleting your data. Aura is full-scale digital security. You get alerts if your info pops up on the dark web, real-time fraud and credit monitoring, VPN, antivirus, password manager, all in one app. $5 million in identity theft insurance and 24/7 US-based support if anything ever goes down. Look, we talk about scams and cybercrime all the time here on Vlad TV. This is how you protect yourself. You can try Aura free for 14 days. Just go to the description below and click https://aura.com/DJ Vlad. In those 2 weeks, they'll start already cleaning your data off the web. I'm not leaving my info out here for anyone to grab, and you shouldn't either. Go to aura.com/DJ Vlad and lock your digital life down. Well, and then at one of your shows, you also told a mostly white crowd that they could use the N-word. They have an N-word pass.
Yes, I did.
Okay. I will not be using that pass. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you're not at the show. You know,
it doesn't matter if I wasn't at the show. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, and here's the thing. Like, I have biracial kids.
Yeah.
So the last thing I would ever want is to hear one of my kids say a word like, hear me say a word like that. You know, I could just imagine the disappointment that they would, hear.
Well, I appreciate that stance on that.
Yeah. Like literally, like, you look at my whole, 20-year career, I've never said it. On camera, off camera, it's just something that I just feel a white person should not say. But you actually told a white crowd that they could say it, and a lot of them said it, right?
Yes, sir. And here's the reason why I did it. There's a few reasons.
Okay.
One, I say it in my song, so it's inevitable. They're going to say it. They're not going to just it's like you're at a show, it's the adrenaline pumping, you're seeing your favorite artist. They're going to slip up. Some people are going to slip up and say it. Second of all, I see some of my music, not all of it, but certain songs, I say crazy shit. It's a form of escapism, kind of like with GTA. You get on GTA, you can beat up hookers, you can fucking steal cars, all that shit. But you can't do that shit in real life, you know what I'm saying? You come to a Dave Blunt show, you hear a few bad words, you say a few bad words, have a good time, and then you go about your everyday life. You know what I'm saying? That's what my music is. It's a form of escapism. Huh. I don't think the people at my shows that say the N-word are racist. We got to break down what is racism. Hating another race. I don't think they hate black people. Why the fuck would they come pay to see a nigga if they hated them? I think, they just want to be edgy and say shit, and I make it in my music. So yeah, bro, it's a form of escapism. They're not racist.
I think the problem with this, and I'm coming from a white person who is, heavily entrenched in the black community in terms of my business, my personal life, my close friends, my women, like everything, right? The problem is that a lot of times, like with these white kids, they have black friends, and their black friends like, yeah, you can use the N-word around me. I ain't tripping. I know you're not racist. It's all good. Go ahead, whatever. You can sing along in the future. It don't matter, right?
Yeah.
And then they think, okay, well, yeah, I could just use this out in public too, because my friend said it was cool. And then they go and get punched in the face for using it out in public.
Yeah, that's on them. That's what I'm saying. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's a form of, and that's the same people who do shit on GTA and then they try to go recreate it in real life. Those niggas are retarded. You see what I'm saying? Those are the people who just like, that's like natural selection. They were going to do some dumb shit anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's like, yeah, bro, it's like you could come to a Dave One show, say the N-word, all that shit. Don't go outside and do it, or you got to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, bro.
Well, and this is what I was saying about like Kanye and the whole like swastika thing. Because remember at one point he was selling swastika t-shirts.
Shit, I don't remember that.
Yeah, no, he was selling swastika. That's how he got his Shopify account taken down.
Crazy.
He put a swastika t-shirt on the Shopify account. Whole account got taken down. And look, if you're Kanye and you're a billionaire and you can afford top-notch security, yeah, wear your swastika shirt around. You'll be fine. The average motherfucker, put that shit on and walk around. Walk around LA, walk around New York, walk around Atlanta. See what happens to you. See what happens to you. Hitler did not like black people. Okay? No, really. He really didn't. He hated black people.
Didn't like anybody, really.
Well, no, he liked his own kind.
Type shit.
He thought it was the super race. Like the Aryan, Aryan race was superior to everyone else. So for example, like in Germany, if you were mixed, they would basically make sure you couldn't have kids. Because you would, and Kanye has mixed kids, right? So Hitler would not be chilling with Kanye if he was still alive. He'd go and make sure his kids couldn't reproduce. Like, that's a real thing. So, yeah, you could be Kanye and wear a swastika chain and be like, yeah, Heil Hitler, whatever. Be an average white kid, black kid, whatever, walk around with that shit on, you're going to get packed out.
Type shit.
No, really.
But I think that's like drastically different between the N-word and, you know what I'm saying? Like one is like inherently like worse.
Which one's worse?
Probably the swastika shit, I'd say.
I mean, they're both pretty bad.
They're both pretty bad, but I say like
be a white kid and go to a hip hop show and yell out that shit in the middle of a crowd. See what happens.
I don't think anything's gonna happen to you.
You don't think anything's gonna happen?
Nah, bro. I don't think anything's gonna happen to you. No.
All right.
I'd say because it's like
I've seen white kids punched in the face for using that word.
True. That shit happens.
I've seen it personally.
I've seen it happen too as well. But I'm saying like at a hip hop show, man, I don't think that shit's. But hey, what do I know? It could happen, but I think it's like that is one place where it's like less likely to happen. You know what I'm saying? And then there was like my managers at the time who I was working with. They're not my managers anymore because they suck at their job. But they were telling me, oh, you can't don't do that. Don't fucking try to get these white kids to say the N-word. They're going to get beat the fuck out of them. I'm like, well, it's mostly white kids in here. Are they going to beat each other's ass? You know what I'm saying? It's just like stupid shit like that. But yeah, I mean, fuck.
So most of your crowds at shows are white?
White and Mexican, yeah.
Oh, okay. Like how many black kids? Okay, if you were to look at a typical Dave Blunt show, what percentage is black?
Gang, man, maybe like 1 or 2%.
That's it?
Yeah, I do a meet and greet for every show, so I meet damn near everybody.
Huh.
And ever since a nigga, I'm like, hey, thank you for coming out. You know what I'm saying? But
that's interesting. Bro. Why do you think that is?
I couldn't tell you, man. I think you got to think rap at a certain point, and maybe I want to say 2016, 17, 18. That's when it like started getting infested by like hype beast white culture. You know what I'm saying? It almost got what's the word? I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. It's when like white people move into black neighborhoods. Gentrification.
Gentrification.
That shit almost got gentrified around that time. So it's like, you know, people like 21 Savage, like when he was first blowing up, had a lot of white fans that was coming to his shows. Like Famous Dex. There's a famous clip where he looks out and there's a bunch of fucking white people. Famous Dex is a nigga from Chicago, from the trenches. You know what I'm saying? This is just like white people love rap music. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but it's a certain type of rap music. Like Famous Dex is one of these like drug rappers,
Yeah.
right? Where he's just always high and fucked up, and you know, kind of almost like a Juice WRLD in a way. You know, rest in peace. That really like, every lyric, every song has some sort of drug reference to it.
Yeah.
So I think that that's sort of like the stoners and the dudes that, you know, the kids that get high and stuff like that and do heavy drugs that you know attracts them. Like for example, like my man Boosie. You go to a Boosie show and it's like a sea of black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there are some white people, but it's really like black people still support certain artists that they rock with heavily. You see what I'm saying? So it's just interesting how you have a 99% non-black audience. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's good or bad. At the end of the day, if anyone buys a ticket, you should be grateful.
Yeah.
So fuck it. Who cares?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's just interesting from my point of view.
Yeah, it's also like niggas can't afford tickets. I'm fucking around. Now I'm playing. Damn, they don't get on my ass over that one, but I'm fucking around. I'm just playing.
Well, the next song comes out, originally called Heil Hitler.
Yeah.
Which got changed to Hallelujah later on.
Uh-huh.
Right. So at the end, it says, so I became a Nazi, yeah, bitch, I'm the villain. And then there's the Heil Hitler chant that happened afterwards. Mm-hmm. You wrote that as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is a song that ultimately got him banned from a lot of places.
Yep.
Did you realize it was going to happen when you wrote it?
Nah, I knew when I made it, like I said before, like I felt like fucking Oppenheimer and shit. Like, this is going to start some shit. But to what extent? Nah, I didn't know that. Yeah, man. Like I said, I was just documenting what was going on at the time when he was tweeting and making some music about it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you, like this whole Nazi Heil Hitler thing, it didn't catch on, luckily. You don't see a whole bunch of people now rocking swastikas and, you know, saying Heil Hitler and so forth.
I don't think that was the purpose of it, but...
Yeah. But it came out and it did what it was, you know, what he planned on doing with it, which was ruffle feathers once again. I mean, was Kanye ever wearing like the swastika chain or swastikas around you or anything?
Well, this is like the second or third time you asked me that.
Yeah,
Not
sorry,
that
my bad.
No, you're good.
You're right. Well, you know what I was asking you at the time, but
Yeah.
as we're progressing into more of the Hitler lyrics, is he starting to wear that more and so forth? Because, for example, like when academics interviewed him, he showed up with a black KKK outfit on and the swastika chain around him.
Yeah.
So he pulls that shit out every so often, but he was never pulling it out around you.
Not that I can remember, no.
Yeah. What was it like in the course of working with Kanye? What was something that really kind of struck you that you may not have talked about already that was like, okay, like this dude's just different?
Really just like he's working on so many other things besides music. You know, he's really on some like fucking Tony Stark, fucking Elon Musk shit. You know, trying to build like fucking houses and like futuristic homes for, you know, people and shit, and just a lot of shit he's got going on. And, you know, I learned a lot from him. Like I said, I was like, you know, talking like him and acting like him when I was, you know, I was in full like method actor mode. And it really kind of hurt some of the relationships that I had with people, family, girlfriend at the time, friends.
How so?
Because like I was, you know, a lot of people had problems with what I was doing, with the music and shit. And so it was like, I'm just telling them like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like I'm just doing making music, and and yeah, a lot of people had a problem with what I was doing, and yeah, it made it difficult.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard that you were doing it, I didn't necessarily have a problem with it, and I'm Jewish,
Yeah,
right? But the way I've always felt was, in America, you have freedom of speech, but you don't have freedom of consequences, right? You can say what you want, you just got to deal with what comes with it.
exactly, and
Right?
that's what I knew.
You can't say
going
it's freedom
into
of
that.
speech. I shouldn't lose my Adidas deal. That's not fair. No, you had your freedom of speech, and there's a consequence with that freedom of speech that came with it. And you got to accept both. You can't cry about it.
Yeah,
You decide to say it, you decide to do it, and that's what comes with it. When I heard you were doing it, I'm like, look, as someone who's already interviewed you before and kind of understood where you were career-wise, life-wise, I'm like, man, this is the biggest opportunity this kid has ever gotten. Like who would not turn this down in their right mind?
exactly.
Right? That's how I looked at it.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
if you
I think
notice,
that's how-
I'm not bashing you for doing this right now. If you look at the way we're interacting,
Yeah.
I said, yo, who in their right mind at the point of a career that Dave is at would turn down writing for Kanye, even if it's this crazy ass shit that you're writing, but just to be in the vicinity, to be around, to understand the level of artistry, to be around the people that he's around and so forth. Like, I get it. I remember academics said, like, would you still interview Kanye? I said, absolutely. Like, what if he's wearing the swastika chain? Yeah, I would do that. What if he said, you got to put it on to do the interview? And I'm like, no, I wouldn't do that. That's what my line is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear no swastika shit because a bunch of my family were killed by Nazis.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of my, my grandfather's, a bunch of his siblings, he had like 10 brothers and sisters, got wiped out by Nazis during World War II. So I'm not, just because of who I am, I'm not going to wear it. And also if I ever did the interview, it's not going to be a softball interview. Like I'm going to push him on certain things, which probably means he won't do the interview. But my thing is, like, when I saw you do it, I said, all right, that's cool. Like, get your writing credits, get your chops up, and this could, lead to other opportunities. And at the end of the day, you're writing it, you're not necessarily performing it, and ultimately you're giving it to him, and he's doing what he wants with it. So I didn't have a problem with it, which is why when you reached out to me, I was like, no, fuck you, man. You wrote that Nazi shit. Fuck yourself. Like, I was like, yeah, come on, let's go do it.
Yeah, I'd say I've seen some backlash from it.
Well, yeah, but that's
career-wise.
obvious.
But yeah, that's obvious, and that's, I'm not crying or whining about it. It's like, I already knew. It's like when I decided to take the job of doing it, I was like, man, this shit could go really bad or I'll be all right. Like, there's no in between. There's not no really bad or really good. Like, no, it's going to be either it could go really bad or I get a couple bruises, but I'll be all right. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. I got a few bruises. Motherfuckers was tripping on my team music-wise. They're like, what are you doing? And it's just like, I ended up having to fire a lot of people because I don't need anybody around me who doesn't think that I know what I'm doing. It's like I got here by me doing this shit myself. Me and Jesse Jones, my manager, is just me and him. And me coming up with all the ideas and everything that you see is me. So I don't need somebody on my team who's like, yo, you shouldn't do that. You should. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Did you have Jewish people on your team?
Shit. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I think maybe. I don't know.
Okay, because on May 18th, didn't the whole album leak on Discord?
Somebody leaked the whole album, yeah.
Okay, so this is the Cuck album or whatever it was
Yeah.
called. So now this whole album is leaked out.
Yeah.
Were you disappointed that all the stuff you worked on is now kind of in the internet somewhere?
No, because it's not my album. How all I had to do was fucking make the songs. Like, whatever happens to it happens. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I understand that, but sometimes when albums leak, artists scrap the whole album and start over.
No,
Because
he's still dropping that shit.
He's still dropping it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still on tour during this time.
Yeah.
At one point, you get stuck in an elevator?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Man, I got to the bottom floor to where it was getting ready to open, and the doors just wouldn't open. They wouldn't open. I don't know why. So I wasn't stuck between floors or anything. But I went live because I thought it was a funny moment. And I was like, yo, somebody call Ye. Call Ye, man. I need help. And yeah, it was pretty funny.
Well, and then you end up canceling your whole tour due to health reasons.
Yeah, I had to go to the hospital.
How many shows did you do before you had to cancel?
I had 15 shows total, like that I was supposed to do. I think I did maybe like 6.
Okay. I remember you were talking about crowd surfing at
Yeah.
one point. That didn't happen though, did it?
It didn't, but you want to know what's funny? Man, they really wanted it. I'm saying they really wanted, like, at the end of each show, I'm like, hey, good night, everybody. They're like, crowd surf, crowd surf. And I would always do, like, a moment to where, like, I would look out into the crowd and feel if they was really going to catch me. You know what I'm saying? And there were some shows to where I felt like they really would, but there was a gap in between. So I couldn't make that fucking gap. But, man, yeah. And then they would boo. They would boo when I wouldn't crowd. They're like, boo. And not even for like a little bit. 20 minutes after the show, I'm in the green room. Boo, boo. Like, they wanted that shit, bro. They really wanted it. Man. And there was like girls who was like screaming, arms wide open, right here. I'll catch you. I'm like, bro, that shit crazy. They really want that shit. And I'm going to still do it.
Yeah. I hope you have some strong people.
Yeah,
you know, in that front row. I hope you don't have any girls.
Yeah.
Because did you see the whole thing with the Destroy Lonely?
Yeah, I seen that shit. Yeah, that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah, that kid fucked himself up bad though.
Yeah,
he
man.
broke ribs. I think his spine was fractured, and they're saying that they might charge Destroy Lonely with attempted murder or like some shit. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, it sounds stupid. It's like, okay, go ahead and jump.
Shit
Like, I'm not trying
funny.
to kill you, but that crowd. I mean, I don't know what happened. Like, because he just basically fell right into a chair.
Yeah, that's some funny ass shit, bro.
Yeah.
Watching people get hurt is pretty funny.
Okay, so then on May 22nd, Kanye announced that he's done with anti-Semitism.
Yes,
Said,
sir.
I'm done with anti-Semitism. I love all people. God forgive me for the pain I've caused. I forgive those who have caused me pain. Thank you, God.
Yes.
How'd you feel when he said that?
I think I fucking got out of bed and did a fucking Irish jig. I was pretty happy about that, man. I called him and yeah, man, he was just like, yeah, man, I want to repurpose the album, take out all the anti-Semitic stuff, and yeah, we can still drop this album, still work on it. So, yeah.
Okay, because then it got renamed from Cut to Perfect World, and it's still not out right now.
Not yet. It's
because he dropped Bully, right? And then he dropped like Donda 2. So like a lot of this old stuff started coming out.
Yeah.
So is this supposed to be the next album?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. So, if this album drops the way you anticipated, how many of the songs did you actually write?
All of them.
Every song?
Every single song.
How many songs?
Man. I don't know. I don't know how many songs. I think I made like 10 or 11 for him. So 10 or 11. But he might add new songs or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah, I do know I wrote damn near that whole shit. Yeah.
Well, some of the songs you wrote are up on streaming services.
Yeah.
So are you getting royalties from that? I mean, I hope you are. Okay. Are you and Kanye still working together like right now?
Yeah, we're still good friends. We're still good friends. We talk often. Yeah, we're still good friends. Still talk often.
Okay, but are you guys still working on music? Like, are you still sending him songs and so forth?
I think right now he's not like in music mode right now. But I do know he still wants me to work on shit with him. So
Okay.
I think right now he's just touring and shit, and trying to stay away from the internet and all that shit.
Well, was Bianca around during any of these sessions?
I've seen her twice, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did she come in like naked the way she usually does?
Nah,
Nah.
And I didn't see any of that. No,
Oh,
no,
okay. That's too bad.
no.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. I'm just saying, as a man, it is what it is. But you essentially wrote stuff about her in the songs in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
So was she actually, when you guys were around her, was she involved in the music part, or was she just sitting back and just watching?
Well, when I met her, we wasn't. I mean, a lot of the times I'd be around her, we wasn't working on music.
Oh, okay, got it.
So, just chilling or listening to music. I was there when he was working on the Diddy Son's album. So,
Oh yeah, he did that.
yeah,
Right, because he was actually showing up to Diddy's court case.
type shit.
Yeah, another famous cuckold, Diddy. I've interviewed a bunch of the male escorts around the situation. Yeah, that was something I didn't really know about, that I don't really want to know about. The whole like rubbing a man's cum on your nipples, that's next level shit. How'd you feel when Diddy ended up beating all the serious charges and just got caught with the minor charges?
Well, I don't know Diddy I mean, I know his son. Me and his son are cool. So I mean, shit, bro. They say that nigga didn't do it, then he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
shit.
Well, and then more recently, the 50 Cent situation. Now, I talked to Tony Yayo about this morning, and I'm like, how did this even happen? What led up to this? And according to Tony, he said that you've been talking about Daphne Joy for a while now. Is that
Type
true?
shit. Type shit, yeah.
Okay. So you're poking the bear.
Well, here's the thing. I guess you can say that I started this, but this all came after, 50 had said something about Ye, talked about his wife. And just the type of nigga that I am, if you say something about me or anybody that I care about, it's like I'm on that ass. You know what I mean? So Ye had no like beef with 50 at all. And he just came out and spoke out called his wife like derogatory names and shit for no reason. Ye has never said anything derogatory about 50 or done anything towards him. So he actually fucks with 50. So, and he told me that he does. Like, this was before this situation even happened.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think 50 at one point had, spoke good about him or on Instagram or maybe tweeted good about him during all the things that was going on. So, yeah. So when he did that, I was just like, I mean, shit. I just put on my story like, yo, you're talking about his wife, but your baby mama got pissed on by Diddy. I said that. And then I put that on my story. The blog started to pick it up and shit. And then that was a minute ago. Then he, the other day, decided to post me on his Instagram and say, yo, when I catch you, is this your man's? When I catch him, I'm pushing him down the stairs. Who? Can't be talking about me.
Yeah, he's talking about you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know he is. What I'm saying is like, that's not happening. Nobody's pushing me down the stairs. I don't care who it is. So yeah, bro. I'm shit, nigga. You want to say something about me? You want to troll about me? All right, come on, let's do it.
Right, because then you responded and you were talking about his movie All Things Fall Apart, where he lost all the weight.
Yeah.
And he called the movie a flop. He said, I've been going to the gym, been locked in on my health journey, but you lost all that weight for that weak-ass movie. Nobody watched that shit.
Yeah. I was saying, like, the world is watching me lose weight, but you lost all that weight for the movie and nobody watched that shit. So, yeah, it's a fact. That movie sucked and failed at the box office and critically got panned.
Well, but you can't deny 50's overall success. It's pretty immense.
Yeah, I mean, shit. Yeah, yes, but that movie sucked.
We're all broke compared to 50, just so you know.
That's cool. I mean, shit. That's cool. But at the end of the day, I'ma still talk shit. I'ma still say, what I want to say. I'm not scared of anybody or nothing. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think 50's going to go out of his way to do something to you. I mean, he's got too much going on. But, 50 is 50, and he's not going to hold his tongue. And
That's true. Neither am I. That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like, this nigga has made his match with me. It's like he'll talk about somebody for years. I'll do the same shit. I've been doing that same shit before music, before rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? If we want to keep it on Instagram jokes, let's do it. Let's joke. Come on.
So, didn't you do a song about him also?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I do. I put my life in my music. Something happens in my life, I make a song about it. So.
Okay. And what do you say in the song?
Something about his baby mama getting pissed on. Yeah, shit like that.
Okay. Well, I mean, look, 50's 50. I've gotten into it with 50 before, but at this point, me and him are cool. I also think 50 doesn't really take shit too seriously unless it's like real situations like the Ja Rule murdering situation.
And I don't think this is a real situation.
Nah,
this is
it's just internet
two
trolling.
niggas clowning each other.
Yeah, pretty much.
And nigga, I'm gonna get on your ass. As simple as that. Like, I've never been the type of like person like, oh hey fat ass, you can like, nigga, I'm roasting you. Like, at the end of the day, that's all he can say about me is my weight. I got 1,000 things I can say about him.
Well, you actually went back and forth with Azealia Banks at one point.
Azealia Banks?
Azealia Banks.
Oh, Azealia Banks. Yeah. Fuck that bitch.
Azalea's actually a friend of mine.
Well, still fuck her.
So I'm going to stand up for her. I think, what did Azealia say? She said something to the point of, I don't like this like young rapper flow that Kanye is doing with like Dave Blunt's writing for him. I like more of the old Kanye. It was something like that,
yeah,
right?
Then she went further and started like personally attacking me. And once again, I really don't understand why. So, yeah, I just posted to my story. I said, I can't remember what it was. I said, oh, she's into witchcraft.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that she decided to wake up and hop on my broomstick. You know what I'm saying?
That was clever. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Listen, Azealia is one of the top tier trolls out there.
Yeah.
Like she's surgical in her shit. And
so am I.
Yeah, me and her started talking at one point. It turned into a friendship. We started like talking regularly, and she's smart, and she knows her shit. She knows her music.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, look, like, if you put out a piece of art, whether it's music, video, interviews, what I do, whatever, people gonna criticize it.
That's true.
That's like, just the nature of what we do. You can't be mad when people don't like it and they tell you they don't like it. That's just, it becomes part of the energy of that particular project.
And I'm not mad. Everybody can have their own opinion. They can share it. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, with me being an artist who's new in the game, and this is why I took that stance against Snoop Dogg, is because it's like, it's very easily for a new artist when they're coming up to become like an industry punching bag. You know what I'm saying? To people just get their jokes off on them and shit like that. Not gonna happen with me. Sorry. If you have a platform and you say something about me, I'm gonna get on that ass, bro, because I'm not gonna be, it's not gonna be open season. Niggas think that they can just get clout by saying something about me. Like, no, nigga, like, I don't care who you are. Anybody. Old, young, child, mother, father, nigga, bitch, like, I'm on that ass, bro, because it's just me defending myself, bro. I'm not just gonna get clowned without saying nothing. So they can say something, but just know, I'm gonna say something back. And that's why I go so far with like not fucking with people, because I know I can take it far. I can take it to where it's too far. That's why I don't say nothing to nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. So it's like, whenever somebody try to say something about me, it's like, all right, well, let's play. Let the games begin.
Yeah, man, look, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day, there's different ways to approach this. There's the ignore everyone method, or it's like, I'm going to respond to everybody who's worth responding to.
Exactly, that's what it is.
I've responded to plenty of people. I've had back and forths with some of the biggest people out there. So
yeah, because it's like when you're an artist and you're trying to, push your narrative, if somebody with a platform is trying to paint a negative narrative about you, you got to snip that shit in the bud before that shit catches on.
Yeah. No, you got a point. I mean, I actually, when I look at my career, there are certain times I held my tongue where I should have just been vocal about it.
Yeah.
And I had to fix it years later.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And at the end of the day, you're right. If they want to say something, but then again, I think with the 50 situation, you kind of started it. Because
I mean, you can
he
say
wasn't
that.
talking about you.
That's true.
When you
but
start writing for your man and all that, you're putting
yeah.
yourself in a situation you're not necessarily in.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
you can't be
I'd say
mad
that.
when he says, I'm going to push you downstairs because you...
Not mad at it at all. I'm just gonna, you say that, now I'm gonna say something else.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep going. Because that's what he does. He keeps going.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the type of nigga you gotta keep going with. Because eventually it'll be years from now, he'll say something, and it's like, okay, if you're gonna say something years from now, I at least want it to because I've been on your ass this whole time. Not because I said something years ago and now you on it. Nope. I want it to feel like it's worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going until I get tired of it.
Well, the last time you were here, you were wearing a purple sweatsuit.
Yes, sir.
And it said Dave Blunt's purple stuff.
Yeah, I believe it was pink, but yeah,
It was pink? Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Now it says Dave Blunt's healthy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, for example, after our last interview, I went down to Houston.
Yeah.
And I interviewed Lil Kiki.
Okay.
Who is one of the OG Houston rappers. Huh. And when I brought up, you using the purple stuff and comparing it to Big Mo, and you said, I don't think that has anything to do with it, he basically said, I don't think that you're being honest by saying that. Well, Big Mo, rest in peace. He was one of the core members.
Yes.
Of Screwed Up Click. I recently interviewed Dave Blunt's, and a lot of people have said that he kind of took Big Mo's whole image and kind of, took it for himself. I mentioned that to him and he denied it. From your point of view, do you think that Dave Blunt's fashioned himself after Big Mo?
I don't think Dave Blunt's is being honest. I think Dave Blunt would have probably got more respect from us, our culture, if he would have just, I admire Big Mo. Hey man, listen. You can go get somebody that never ever met Dave Blunt's or never ever met Big Mo. Play them 5 or 6 Big Mo songs, show them 5 or 6 videos, show them 5 or 6 Big Mo interviews, and then show them David Blunt's. And I bet you can't get one person to tell us that David Blunt's has no idea who Big Mo is.
Yeah, I agree, which is why I brought it up in our interview.
So I'm not here to bash David Blunt's. I don't know anything about you. I'm not here to kill your spirit. But if you want me to tell you the honest, I don't think that you're being honest.
That's his opinion. I don't have any disrespect towards Big Mo or anybody in Texas or anything like that. So I've already said, when I came up with the song Purple Stuff, I didn't know who he was, bro. I was in my fucking living at my mom's house. Like I didn't know who he was. After, I blew up and everything, of course, I was made aware of who he was and shit like that. And I just kind of felt like, they were so ready to demonize me. Like, you stole his shit. I didn't steal anything. But you guys want to say that I stole his stuff? Okay, I've put down the cup anyway. I'm done sipping anyway. I'm going to put down the purple stuff. That's not who I am anymore. Now I'm about my health journey, so it's healthy stuff. So they can't say anything else. You know what I'm saying? If you guys say I'm disrespecting them, okay.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm not. It's all.
I mean, look, we talked about your health and your weight last time. In fact, I've kept in contact with you, checking up on you, seeing if you're okay and so forth. I talked to you about calorie counting, something I got back into myself. I started losing weight also. How much weight have you lost since our last interview?
Well, I went to the hospital because I had, a lot of, the heart failure. I had a heart failure exacerbation, and there was a lot of, built up fluids in my body. So they gave me medications to drain the fluids, and I lost about I'd say about 200 pounds in water weight.
That's crazy. I weigh about 200 pounds. So you lost me in water weight.
Yeah.
Vlad just jumped up out of you and walked away.
Yeah, right, yeah.
No, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so for example, right, a friend of mine, Big Boy, from the radio out here, right? he was roughly your size at one point, right? And the doctor told him, you're going to die unless you get an operation. So he got the duodenal switch stomach surgery. You know what that is?
No.
So basically, it's a bariatric surgery that involves removing a significant part of your stomach and rerouting your intestines to reduce both food intake and absorption. So he lost over 250 pounds. But, you know, although he did have complications, but ultimately he ended up being okay. And now he's skinny, he's older, he's healthy, he's got kids, he's got a wife. You know, he's told me this is like one of the best decisions he's made. Have you considered getting that surgery?
I've made a bunch of, you know, I've considered a bunch of things, but, you know, I think for right now I've just been, you know, exercising and eating, trying to eat the right foods and, you know, just surrounding myself with people who are encouraging. You know what I'm saying? I was in a relationship where she was very discouraging. You know, she cared about me a lot and wanted to help me, but she just did it in the wrong ways. And, you know, I had to end up breaking up with her because she just was like really discouraging when it came to my health journey.
Meaning what?
You know, just like saying, "Oh, you'll never fucking lose weight. You don't give a fuck about your health. You know, this is like, you can try, but you'll never do it. Like, you'll never do it." And, you know, the reason I was still with her after she was saying those things is because I felt indebted to her. You know, when I was in the hospital, she quit her job to come out there to Boston where I was in the hospital and, you know, nurse me back to health and take care of me. She was in the medical field. You know, so I really appreciated her for that and loved her for that. But, you know, so that's why, you know, when she'd say those things and be very discouraging, I'd still stay with her. But it was doing nothing but making me fall back into the old patterns that I was in before.
Well, look, Big Pun, who was around 600 pounds at the time that he died, was 28 years old. Closer to home with me, you know, Q, who launched World Star, died at 43. He was also heavy as well. And he died, I believe he had a heart attack in a massage parlor, of all places, getting a happy ending. So I have seen, and I remember even during COVID times, I was watching people that were overweight dying from COVID, which is why I started losing weight, because I'm like, I don't want to die. And I mean, you do realize that at this weight, and you know, you obviously realize because you're being hospitalized by it, you are risking not making it to old age, which is what you want to do. Like, I'm 52. Like, I'm, you know, you're how old now?
25.
25. Like, I'm literally slightly more than twice your age. And you may look at me as an old head or whatever, but I'm having the time of my life right now. I got money. I got options. I got a booming business. I got, you know, stock portfolios and property. I could go wherever I want. I could do whatever I want. I could hang out with whoever I want.
Shit,
like,
same here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you're going to keep getting to do it if you live long enough to experience it.
Which is why I'm on my health journey now. You know, I've been working out, been trying to eat the right foods, and been on my health journey.
Have you tried Ozempic or anything else of that sort? Because it's really designed for people in your position rather than people like me. I tried Ozempic, right? I could tell you, Ozempic, this is what Ozempic did for me. Think about the times that you overeat, right? You overeat, you're like, oh man, I'm stuffed. I can't eat another bite.
Yeah.
You're like that permanently. So thinking about eating food doesn't really appeal to you anymore because you're already full. You'll eat, but you're just like, okay, I'm just eating, but I'm kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Now, the side effects for me was like, with that, I was just always constipated. You know what I mean? And it's like, I ended up going to the bathroom like once a week. I'd be like on the bathroom all day. Then for another week, I'd be constipated again. I was just like, yo, I'm just getting tired of this cycle. But I was losing weight. But to me, it was like, all right, like my weight is not excessive.
Yeah.
Like I was like, you know, I think I was like maybe 215. I got down to like 200. You know, it's not a huge, I'm not losing hundreds of pounds. For you, it's a lot more serious.
Yeah.
So have you tried Ozempic? Because it doesn't sound like you have.
No, I've tried weight loss medications before. before.
Is it the Ozempic class of, or is it something else?
I believe it was something else. I think it was like GOP, some shit like that.
Okay.
But, you know, and with the, I've been like going to therapy because it's not just with the, you know, the weight loss and eating and stuff. Is like, for me, I had to realize that eating is truly like an addiction for me.
100%.
So it's like
no,
you got to get
100%.
to the root of that problem, you know, because you can get weight loss surgery, you can do all these things, but if you don't get to the root of the problem, you're just gonna fall back into those behaviors. You know, like when I get sad. When I get, you know. So it's like that's what I've been doing.
Not,
I've
not
also
exactly. Not exactly. If the weight loss surgery will literally make your stomach a lot smaller, and you're not going to be able to eat that much.
I know people who have gotten the weight loss surgery and then gained the weight back. So yeah, that's happened. It's happened to people in my family. It's happened to people I know.
I'm saying all this is because I want you to stick around. This is coming from a good place. Like, you're at the point where you had a tour laid out and you could not finish your own tour because of health situations that are tied directly to your weight. So you have more reasons than most to actually lose this weight. It's affecting your career, it's affecting your money, and it could affect the length of your life as well. So it would seem to me that working out is cool, but at a certain point, like, you have to look at, you know, more serious ways to do it. Like, let me put it like this. I have never met anyone that has worked out their way into a serious weight loss situation. It's all been counting calories. Because you can't work out, like...
Which is what I've been doing as well.
What's that?
Counting calories.
I told you this last time.
Yeah.
So you're actually doing it?
Yes. That's why I told you that. I don't
Okay.
remember, but yeah.
All right, so you took my advice.
Yes.
And did it make a difference?
Yes, it has made a difference, yes.
I'm going to tell you, I went back to counting calories because I realized that nothing else really worked for me.
Yeah.
And the thing about counting calories is that, yeah, it's a pain in the ass to have to write down everything, but you realize, okay, if I'm going to eat this, I'm going to have to write it down. And it makes you think twice about eating certain things. I mean, that's what happened to me. Is that what happened to you?
Yeah.
You start thinking twice about it.
Hell yeah.
And if you go below a certain number of calories, in your case, because of your weight, it's a lot of calories. If you go below that, you're guaranteed to lose weight.
Hell yeah.
And you've been losing weight using that method.
Yes.
Hey, man, I'm really happy, honestly.
Thank you.
Because I tell this to a lot of people, and most people just ignore it.
Yeah.
You know? So you actually started, like, what app do you use?
I just count that shit in my fucking notes.
Use MyFitnessPal.
Okay.
It's an app. I mean, there's a free version, but there's also a version that's like $20 or something. And with that, it actually, you put in the food, it'll calculate the calories altogether.
That's fine.
For you. And it's got a barcode scanner. So if you're eating certain foods that are like packaged, you just scan the barcode and it'll enter it in for you.
Hell yeah.
And you can put it in your work. So it's like, with me, it's like, all right, I put it on my food, and then I'll work out and I'll write how many calories I worked, you know, I burned during the workout, and it'll add to the number of calories I could eat that day. So it's like, if I work out, I could technically eat 500 more calories, let's say. But at the end of the day, that is really the best way to do it. You know, but you also have to figure out that, you know, surgery may be a better bet for you. Did you talk to doctors about actual surgery?
Yes, I have.
And what did they say to you?
You know, they say that, you know, you got to lose a certain amount of weight before the surgery. So,
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, so you can't just have it now.
no, you have to lose a certain amount of weight before.
How much weight do you have to lose to get surgery?
I think it's like 75, 100 pounds, something like that. And so,
You have to lose, what, another 100 pounds?
yeah, usually whenever people have the weight loss surgery, they want you to lose an amount of weight before the surgery. Yeah.
Okay.
I've had a few consultations, talked to a few doctors and shit. So, yeah,
Like, how much do you weigh right now?
a lot.
Can you say?
I'm not going to say that on camera.
Okay. Fair enough. I respect it. But, yeah, man. I mean, look, it's just, I've seen it too many times, man. I've seen these artists, and the problem is sometimes that the artists lean into the overweight thing. You know, it's like,
But you got to like sit there and think like I've never came out and like said, yo, being overweight is cool, man. Eat food, nigga. Don't eat your vegetables, nigga. Like, hell yeah, you see me, I did it. Like, bro, I've never like used my weight as like a, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm just a big nigga. So when people see that, like, oh, he's promoting obesity. No, I'm not. I'm just a nigga who's big. And I'm making music, you know what I'm saying? So people always try to take that stance, like, this is, what he's doing is horrible. He's promoting, like, bro, I've never once said it's cool to be big. I've always talked about it like, you know, it's a problem that I have, and I want to change, and I'm working to change, and I'm working to fix it. That's always been my stance on it. I'm not taking no Lizzo stance, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
What's the Lizzo stance?
Shit, man. Niggas know. Niggas
Well, yeah, I feel like she's sort of, you know, like her wearing the thong at like that NBA game. I was like, come on, no, like, like we don't want to see that. I mean, it's cool to love yourself, but we ain't got to see you in a thong right now, Lizzo.
In
Like,
front of kids and shit.
yeah, in front of kids. I'm like, come on. There's a time and a place. Like, this should be something in your personal life.
Yeah. But yeah, I've never like, you know, leaned into the overweight thing or anything like that. I'm just a nigga who's big, so.
Yeah. And the love life.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Man, has it as ups and downs, man, peaks and valleys.
Is this your girlfriend right here next to you?
Yeah, it's my girlfriend.
Okay, so I need to tread lightly here.
Nah, you speak freely. Speak freely, man. Speak freely. She know all of it. Like we can talk about all that shit.
I don't want you getting hit with a brick on the way home. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'll be the one throwing the brick, but
okay.
Nah, I'm joking.
Okay, so is this a serious relationship?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And I remember you talked about in your other interviews how you have multiple girlfriends. Is that still the case, or is this
Nah, not anymore.
not anymore?
Nah.
She's the one?
Yeah,
Okay.
the one for right now. Nah, I'm joking.
You go get your ass kicked on the way home, man.
Yeah, I know. I be playing too much.
I can't be responsible for
I
this.
be playing too much. I'm sorry.
How'd y'all meet?
Bro, we met like 5 years ago on Fortnite, bro.
Oh, so this is someone you've known for a while.
Yeah. We've known each other for a minute. Before like I even blew up in music. You know, shit, we've just always been. When we first met each other, we didn't really like each other. We was talking shit to each other on the game because she used to like suck at the game. So I'd say she was trash, and she say I was trash, and we would just get on the game and talk shit about each other every time. And then shit, we just slowly but surely started to become closer over the years.
Yeah, man, look, relationships are important.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's important to have someone or multiple someones in your life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to say that I'm not guilty of that as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, at the end of the day, relationships are important. And you're someone that always seemed like you're looking for love and you get your heart broken easy and that type of thing. You know, this has come across in your music and your interviews and so forth. And, you know, being in this business, it's always a little weird when you meet people because when they're fans of you, it's kind of, it creates an interesting dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, the last relationship I was in, the dynamic was already kind of weird because she was autistic. That shit was just a pain in my ass.
Like full-blown autistic?
Well, okay, man, it's a spectrum. Not like full blown. You're saying it like it's AIDS or something.
Well, no, like, you know, I'm thinking Tropic Thunder. You know, you don't go full retard.
No, she was.
You know,
No,
don't
she
go
was.
full retard.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She wasn't full retard.
No.
Okay, got it.
Autism is a spectrum, so you know, she just certain shit she couldn't pick up on, like social cues and other common sense shit. You know, and you know, she was just somebody who had let the comments change her perspective of me.
And this is who again?
This is a girl I'm not gonna say her name, but
what's the girl that you kept talking about through your music?
This girl I haven't mentioned in my music at all.
Oh, okay, this is someone else.
No, I haven't mentioned.
Who was it that you always mention?
There's a few. There's fucking Madison, Abigail, Solar, probably Solar.
Solar is the one I'm thinking.
Solar, yeah. But yeah, you know, this girl, yeah, she was She just said, let the comments change her perspective of who she knows I am. So she was like, the comments are saying like this, and that. And, you know, I'm starting to believe them. I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's what you deal with when you fuck with people who aren't in the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. Listen, I get roasted in every like thousands of times a day by all types of people, but the reality is that the internet and the real world are not the same place. The
Exactly.
same
Yeah.
people that are roasting you on the internet will take a picture with you and tell you how much they love
Exactly.
shit
And,
in
you know,
real
trying
life.
to explain that to somebody who's not in the industry is already hard, let alone if they're autistic. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah,
Yeah.
that shit was bound to crash and burn.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, it's important to find real people in your life. It's easy to get caught up, especially in entertainment that we're both in. You know, I've had crazy experiences around this shit. But you know, I'm actually really super happy that you took my advice about the calorie counting. And if you
Hell
use
yeah.
that app,
My Fitness Pal?
My Fitness Pal,
Okay, hell yeah. I'm going to
yeah,
download it.
just it's on every app store. My Fitness Pal is super
I'm going
popular.
to get the $22 version.
Yeah, get the
Fuck
$20
it.
version.
Yeah.
And it keeps you know, and what I'd recommend is get a scale, like a digital scale that ties into your phone, because MyFitnessPal will actually keep track of your weight. So you could actually see, like, oh, okay, a month ago I was this weight, now I'm this weight, as opposed to just remembering it.
Hell yeah.
Because I realize the more I weigh myself, the lower my weight goes because I'm more conscious of my weight.
Okay, hell
You
yeah.
know, if you just don't set any limits to like, okay, I don't care how much I weigh, I don't care how much I eat. This is how you get into excess, and before you know it, you gain way more weight than you realize, and then you have to go through a whole thing of losing it, man. But
Yeah.
you know, but I'm happy, man. Like,
Thank you.
you know, we want to keep you around. You have fans, you have people that care about you, you have a team, you got a girlfriend. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you don't want to check out in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s.
Nah.
You know, you want to live to a really ripe old age. And, you know, if you really think about it, if you just, you know, if we're going to keep it 100, show me an obese 70-year-old.
I can't.
Show me an obese 80-year-old.
I can't.
Now, there's people that used to be big in their younger days that as they get older, they, you know, but by the time you hit 70, your body's not going to be able to take what it's been taking when you're in your 20s or 30s.
Nah. Nope.
So you have to realize that if you want to get to an old age, which is what we all want to get to, you have to plan for that shit. You
Yes,
can't
sir.
just be YOLO and say fuck it, you know. And you got off drugs as well, right?
Yeah.
When was the last time you taken anything?
Oh, recently I was in like a shroom bender, but
Shrooms are
No,
not
but-
really. I don't consider them drugs like that. I mean, they are, but those are psychedelics.
yeah.
They're not really. I don't. Do people overdose on shrooms?
I don't know. But
I don't think so.
I stopped taking them because like they can really fry your brain if you keep doing it.
Yeah, no, I'm not really a fan anymore.
I felt
Yeah.
myself getting addicted. It was fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I felt myself getting addicted.
okay.
Yeah. And I was like,
That's
I was
a
just
weird one to get addicted to.
waking up every day taking them shits.
Huh.
But yeah, man.
Okay, so outside of shrooms, when's the last time you taken?
Nothing. I don't sip lean no more. I don't do pills. I don't smoke cigarettes.
How long has it been since you sipped lean or took a pill?
Since like I want to say around the time of our last interview.
Okay.
What was that like? March, maybe April, February.
Like February?
Yeah, around that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Dave Blunts, man, I appreciate you coming through. You actually just called me yesterday out the blue. Was like, yo, let's do another interview.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. A lot has happened since our last interview, and we've kept in contact here and there. But, you know, I was like, yeah, absolutely. Let's come in and do it. Let's catch up on what you're doing. And like I said in the very, very beginning, congratulations on what you've accomplished since last time. Like the fact that you're working with Kanye and you're making this noise and you're still out there and you got fans and, you know, you're pushing the envelope and you're doing it authentically as yourself.
Yeah.
Like when I hear Dave Blunts, it doesn't sound like anybody else. And I think that's what probably attracted Kanye to you in the first place, because just of the uniqueness of what you guys are doing.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
what you're doing, I mean, and what you guys end up doing together. So, hey, man, super happy for you.
Thank you.
you know, congrats on what you've done, and congrats on taking your health seriously.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people just kind of like, yeah, whatever, I'll deal with it later, and sometimes later never comes. So, man, keep doing your thing. Wish you
Yes,
all the
sir.
best.
I'm a computer tech. Now I work on computers.